Well, hey everybody. Today's quarantine stay-at-home project is to take a $2 Craftsman wrench, 17 millimeter, and turn it into a spoon knife. So I've made spoons before, I'm just cutting wood, but it's very hard to get the concave portion of it. So what I'm hoping to do through a series of files and sanding tools is to cut out the part of the wrench that grabs onto the nut and either sand it away or file it away, sharpen the edge here, put a bevel on it, and use this to dig out. So what we're talking about here is, say that this is the wood you want to make a spoon out of, to allow you to dig it out and make that concave bowl part. So we'll try it. I've watched a few people do it already on YouTube. This is not an original idea, but I figured for a $2 wrench that's never touched a bolt or a nut, it'd be a good sacrifice. So I think with the rust, I think this is telling me this is carbon steel, which is, in my opinion, better than stainless steel for keeping an edge. So we'll see how we do. Okay, so step one is we're going to take the drum sander mounted inside the drill and go around and see if we can't take the teeth off of the wrench, at least until we can get it big enough that a file will fit in there. Well, it became clear pretty quickly that that was not the right tool to use. I did get just a few of the teeth ground down, so we'll have to go back to the drawing board. I went out and found some gnarly looking files here, and we think that they might work. Okay, so the files were a little bit more than I wanted to get into, so we went with Plan C. Remembered I had this Craftsman brand Dremel tool, so this little grinder wheel here took the pieces right off the inside. So now we'll move on to, it's a little warm, don't touch it. Taking some off the outside to be able to start making that bevel. Well, we wound up going with Plan D, which was a belt sander. I have a bench mounted belt sander, and was able to take some of the bulk off of the outside of the wrench, and also started to put the bevel on. It's only going to be beveled one end, so the inside will be flat. I'll bevel up to it. It's not terribly sharp at this point, but I didn't expect it to be. So we'll keep working on it here, see how far we can get. Just a note, between the die grinder and the belt sander and those tools that are throwing sparks, I am in my wood shop where, of course, I've got a lot of wood and sawdust and things. If you're going to make sparks in your wood shop, make sure you stick around for about a half hour once you're done making sparks, so you can kind of tell if you don't have a fire or no. Okay, so did some doing. Sorry, I'm working backwards. I did go ahead and cut a bevel on this and on this end, so the inside is still flat. I took a old round chainsaw file, just went around on the inside, took that down to a single bevel, took all the burrs out. Probably still needs some polishing. I'm going to see if I can find my whetstone, and I'll use a stone on it. But as far as does it cut, yes and no. It will cut. It's carving spoons is not really supposed to be on dry wood. I mean, it'll cut through. I've got some green hickory left over. Plus, I'm going to put a little bit of a better edge, but I can tell by feeling it's as sharp as a lawnmower blade would be. So, difference there is I'm not swinging it as fast as a lawnmower go. But all in all, for a $2 wrench and a couple hours worth of work, it was a fun project, and I'm going to enjoy cutting spoons with it. So If I had any advice, keep some water handy, especially if you're using any kind of power sanding to get it down. You'll want to cool it off. And secondarily, if you see something you think is cool, just do it. Don't worry about if you mess up. So what if you mess up? In this case, we would have had to throw away a $2 wrench. $2 wrench. So anyway, I enjoyed making the video, and I hope you found it useful.